to go to romplaconecomedy.com.
Romplacone.com.
I'm sorry, romplacone.com. Hey, so you know Amazon is Amazon, which is a beautiful company.
Brilliant invention.
Brilliant CEO. So Amazon has many scams. One of the scams is that they get states to bid against each other on how much tax revenue they're willing to forego to get a company like Amazon to open some kind of a headquarters there or a center or a distribution or whatever. So Amazon's pitting states against each other, which is the worst. Anyway, but guess what? So now they announced a new thing where they're going to have a headquarters, and I thought it was going to be in New York City.
Mm-hmm.
More to that story. There is more to that story. This is from In These Times. I love the subheading here. It says, Jeff Bezos got the last laugh after 238 cities handed over their non-public development plans. Huh? What? Well, the headline is the HQ2 scam, how Amazon used a bidding war to scrape cities' data. What? Huh? Well, we're going to explain it to you. Well, or In These Times explained it to us. HQ2, or HQ2, was supposed to bring 50,000 jobs and $5 billion investment to the lucky winner. But then the New York Times broke the story this week that Amazon will place offices in Crystal City, Virginia, home of the Pentagon, and Long Island City, New York. That means the promised jobs and investment will be cut in half. Will the subsidy packages be halved as well? Well, we don't know because HQ2 bids from Virginia and New York City are officially a secret. If it was impossible for one company to have two headquarters, it's really impossible to have three. And these are just regional offices.
Mm-hmm.
So what they're saying is that was a lie, that it was actually going to be their headquarters.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, because it went into two different places.
Right.
So it's not really a headquarters
right.
when you think about it.
Right.
And also, all these cities that were engaged in the bidding war, in the short list of cities, New York wasn't even on that list.
Really?
So it's like Jeff Bezos had this in his head all along. So he had these cities bidding for a, quote, headquarters, and headquarters is in quotes because it's not even really actually a headquarters. In his mind, he had these two winners picked out all along.
All along. So Jeff Bezos knew what he was going to do. So why would he do that? Why would he make those cities go through the process? Well, they're going to explain it right now. The biggest suckers on HQ2 aren't New York and Virginia. It's the other 236 cities that bid on a headquarters they're never going to get. Those bids just didn't just include the size of the bribe, meaning the tax cut they would give them. They included a wealth of important data about plans for transportation, housing, education, and workforce development. So all that info they gave to Jeff Bezos. Amazon now has a treasure trove of non-public information about America's future, in addition to knowing how much cash cities are willing to part with to land an Amazon facility. So, and it got all that, along with the giant PR benefit from the bidding war, for free. So what they're saying is that now Amazon knows all the infrastructure and all the data that the cities are planning on doing that no one else knows. And so now, well, here it comes. Amazon can now go back to every city that put a bid and offer a warehouse or data center or a satellite office for one of its 16 subsidiary companies. The company will have significant leverage in those negotiations because the other side has already made an initial offer. Just as important, Amazon can set up operations with the foreknowledge of what cities have divulged to them. So it can build its convenience stores or bookseller outlets where cities have planned rapid development and population growth. So now Amazon has all that data, and they can go back because they are opening brick and mortar stores, and they can go back and open brick and mortar stores in those places that those cities told them they were getting ready to develop.
Yeah, and talk about an advantage. Like, let's just, and I'm just making up this as a for instance. Let's say Nashville, Tennessee has some big transportation plan going from East Nashville into downtown. Man, Amazon knows that. You know who doesn't know that? Any other
Company
person,
or business.
any other company looking to do business there. So Amazon can just buy up exactly what they want where they want it because they know transportation item X is coming.
That's right. Or even like their warehouses. For instance, it can locate its warehouses where a new highway expansion is imminent because they now know where the new highways are going.
Mm-hmm.
It can shift knowledge jobs to areas where universities will soon be built and high-tech education projects are funded because now they know where those are going to happen. It can even potentially sell this data. The data that was given to them by the states trying to get their headquarters.
Yeah,
So-
they can do whatever they want with it, and they have an advantage or two when it comes to publishing. We know that.
It can even potentially sell this data to other companies who long for similar deals, or at least start up a new business line in negotiating deals between companies and municipal governments because they got all the data, baby, and we know data's the king. Monetizing of this new data trove will yield untold billions of dollars in value. So that's how Amazon and Jeff Bezos just took it not only to New York City, Virginia, took it to the whole goddamn country.
Well, they fooled us 3 times. I mean, they fooled the entire country 3 different times because first, you were bidding for a headquarters. Well, technically, it's not even really a headquarters because it's going in 2 locations. Second, you thought you were actually bidding for something. You thought if you were bidding on this thing that your city had a chance. Well, you really didn't because his mind was already made up. And then the third way, you got all this information at your fingertips for free, and you can do whatever you want with it. And this article is saying it's about billions of dollars worth of information.
So Amazon needs to be broken up is what really needs to be happening. Teddy Roosevelt would do that. So we needed Teddy Roosevelt. I thought Barack Obama was going to be Teddy Roosevelt. I thought he was going to break up the banks. I thought he was going to transition us to a green economy. I thought he was going to end the wars. He expanded them. So we needed Teddy Roosevelt. Teddy Roosevelt was a Republican, and he got that stuff done. We had Barack Obama. He didn't even mention doing that stuff. He's not even mentioning it. Now we got Donald Trump, and he certainly isn't going to break up Amazon.
No, and the best part about this whole scam is this literally is a plot line for a comic book villain. Like this literally, I'm going to scam them out of all this information. Little do they know I have the cities already decided.
Little do they know. I already have this decided. Bezos is I think creepier than Trump.
Yeah.
I mean, he's certainly richer, so he has more power, although Trump is president. So I don't know. Now it's neck and neck. Trump actually is the president, but Bezos is the richest guy in the world. And he owns the Washington Post.
I think he has more power, Bezos.
Bezos has more power than Trump?
I think so, yeah.
Well, Bezos cannot order a nuclear strike.
No, he can't, but he does control distribution pretty much. He's getting into food. It's only a matter of time before he makes a play for water.
Amazon water.
Yeah, he can't order a nuclear strike, but he is setting up the players so that he could be an emperor.
I think he already is the emperor. Right? What does Jeff Bezos want that he hasn't gotten?
I don't know.
Right? He's gotten everything. And by the way, you think that he hates Trump? Trump sells papers like crazy. And nobody's been more anti-Trump than the Post.
Mm-hmm.
They love him, just like Ted Koppel said in that other video to Brian Stelter from the CNN. Isn't that hilarious? He tells us, you guys love Trump. You make all this money off him. And Brian Stelter, with a straight face, it doesn't matter if my ratings go down 40%. The whole panel laughs right in his face. That's the guy who hosts a show called Reliable Sources.
Yep.
Turns out the most unreliable source is the guy who hosts it. So anyway, here you go. So it's one big capitalist gangbang. Washington Post, CNN, Amazon, Wall Street, the military-industrial complex. Jeff Bezos is in bed with the CIA.
Mm-hmm.
To the tunes of
and his new neighbor's going to be the Pentagon.
That's right. It's awesome. So again, incrementalism is not going to win the day. We will be underwater before incrementalism works. We need a real revolution. And again, this is not to disparage anybody trying to do good things incrementally. This is to just let us know things are really way worse than people think, I think. The people I'm talking about who talk about this stuff. 80% of workers live paycheck to paycheck. Come on. The richest country in the world. How much worse is it? Everybody in the country is for Medicare for all, and our fucking leaders won't even mention it? Anyway, we need to break up Amazon. Our next live Jimmy Dore show is February 1st in Burbank, California. Go to jimmydorecomedy.com for a list of all our live shows, and please become a premium member if you can. Become a patron. It's the way we support this show because they're coming at us, and we give you bonus. We give you hours of bonus material every week. Check it out. Become a patron. And if you can, make sure you're still subscribed. They unsubscribe people every day. I know it sounds crazy. It only takes a second. Please make sure and click that bell when you subscribe so they'll send you a notice when we